Alright, let's keep moving with this, and we can do these fingers. As you can see, they're like pincers. We can do them out of a cube actually, and let's have a look. Make them thin, and it needs to come to the side like this. Let's have a look. Let's make this wider. Something like that. Let's grab this face here, and then we can hit extrude W to move, and I'm just going to bring it out like that. And we can just make this a bit thinner. D, I'm going to align it here. Ooh, that's not very good. Here, there we go. That's better. And just, yeah, very, very good. And just bring this in a bit more, to be honest. So make this wider. And we need one more here for the little hook bit there, as you can see. So extrude W and just kind of bring it like that. We can grab these vertices and do a D and align it to here and just kind of bring it in like that. And we can do the same here. D, boom. And I think something like that. I think it's make this a bit fatter. And we can actually start putting this into position. So there's 3 in total. So I'm going to center the pivot and place this, say, here. Is that right? Let's take a look. I think that's right. Okay, so we block one out, and then there's no point in like duplicating it and to do the others, because then it means you need to. So I think it needs to go further out, to be honest. I do like it like this actually. Maybe just bring it out just a bit more, something like that. Right, okay, so let's actually finish this instead of blocking it. So let's just delete that face there because we don't need it. Now I'm going to show you how to actually finish something for the first time, and something else I might do to this finger, although I'm not sure. I was going to let's have a look. If we go to deform, lattice, put 2, 2, 2. Now lattice allows you to edit your model like this by stretching it, squashing it, you see. And so something like that. Delete history. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we might as well actually finish this thing. I'll show you what it takes to actually finish a piece, because up to now all I've been doing is like blocking it out. So mesh tool, multi-cut, and if you hold down the controller middle mouse, boom, it places an edge loop right in the center. Right, okay, so what we want to do, I'm going to click on this to isolate it, is just select these edges here, because we're going to bevel them. So I'm going to introduce you to the bevel tool. So edit mesh, where are you, bevel, boom, and there you go. So now we can play with the segments, say, let's say 2, and then you can play with the fractions. You can make it really tight bevel or a larger one, so maybe something like this. Let's do segments 3, and let's bring the fraction in just a little bit. Now if you hit 3, you can see that we've got the beveled edge there, but it's soft along here, so we need to select this edge loop and this edge loop and do a bevel this way. So I'm going to show a shortcut: shift right mouse button click bevel edge, and let's say segments 2, and then let's bring the fraction in so it's fairly tight. Now when you hit 3, there you go, you've got the fingers. Now we're just going to sort out the edge here because the edge here is just a bit too soft, so select this edge and that edge, and then do again the bevel segments 2, and we can bring the fraction in just a bit tighter. Now if you hit 3, there you go. Now the only thing we've got to deal with is this, because this is no longer a four-sided shape. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got to turn this into a four-sided shape. So what you need to do is grab the multi-cut tool and connect these two vertices there, and then create an edge loop here, and then connect the vertices there. So now all these edges have 4 sides, you see. And there you go. And obviously we're going to do the same here as well. Or instead you can delete this half and say, so it's in this direction, minus Z, so mirror. Now I don't believe it's in world, no, because we're not crossing over the center. So what we want is bounding box. Now the difference between bounding box and object is this. Object reads where your pivot is. So my pivot is at the edge of the object. So Z minus apply, and there we go. Perfect mirror. However, let's say my pivot was here. Look what happens. It squashed it because it's starting the mirror from where the pivot is. Bounding box automatically finds the edge of your model, so it doesn't matter where your pivot is. So there you go. And so let's hit 3, and there we go, we've done the finger. And now what we can do is duplicate it. So when I need to duplicate a model or part of the model where there's like lots of copies, I like to finish it first. Right, okay, so what we can do is hold down D, so we can move this pivot, and then DV middle mouse, snap the pivot here, so it's right in the center. Then E for rotate, and I'm going to rotate, let's have a look, world, object, no. So the rotate tool is crooked, so D, I need to line it up to about here. Now it's not perfect, but it's almost perfect. Something like that. Now Control D, duplicate it, and we need to line it again. Okay, so it's going to change every time we duplicate it. So there we go, and now rotate it round to about here. Let's have a look. Maybe here, and then duplicate it again. So again we need to rotate the pivot so it's aligned properly, like about there, and then let's rotate it to about here. No, maybe here. Yeah, that'll do. Now as you can see, you can just see the edge sticking out. You can just see the edge sticking out. So D, I'm going to align the pivot here and just going to push it in a little bit. There we go. Same with here. D, align it and just push it in a little bit. There we go. So we've done the fingers. Here you think, oh, the edge is sticking out, but that's only because of the distance from the object. Maya does that when you, like, the further away you go, you get to see like the edges, but when you go in close, they're not there really. So It's just kind of like a mirage. Right, okay, so the fingers are actually done. We didn't just block them out, we actually finished them off. Okie doke. So, I'll see you next video.